Let's continue on to number 3. Next to each fact about the Galapagos penguins, write the letter of the section name that tells where that fact was found. You will use some letters more than once, okay? So you only have A, B, C, and D, so you only have 4 to choose from, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 of them will be used more than once, okay? So you are going to tell me where I can find this, okay? So, for example, the first one, the penguins pant like dogs to cool off. Penguins pant like dogs to cool off. Do I find that in Turn Up the Heat, Keeping Cool, Galapagos Penguin Trading Card, or Penguin Hide and Seek Sidebar? Let me go look to see where I can find that. Penguins pant like dogs. Let's see. Right here. They also open their mouths and pant like dogs. I found that in this section, Keeping Cool. Okay, so I did one for you, for example, because that one's a little tricky. So you're just going to write B is Keeping Cool. So I'm going to write B on that line. So you got to go back in the text and find where you found it. And this is a really important skill because you're going to be doing this next week when you're finding details for your main idea. Okay, so you're going to go back in the text and find where it talks about that. Okay, so remember, 2 of them are used more than once. All right. Number 4, look at the underlined antonym in this sentence from the Penguin Hide and Seek Sidebar. Antonyms are words that have opposite meanings, so they mean different things, okay? To answer this question, Vargas and his team caught a bunch of penguins and painted some of their feathers yellow, then released them, okay? The word caught is the antonym of the word released. What does released mean? What does it mean to release? A, trapped, B, hid behind, C, colored, or D, let go of. All right. So number 5 is just a planning of number 6. So I'll read number 5, and that might help you when you're doing your short response. But the Galapagos penguins are different from Antarctic penguins. How have they changed in order to survive in the tropics? Reread the article, draw a line under each detail that shows how the Galapagos penguins deal with the heat. So to do your short response, it might help you if you go back into the article and you underline things that they do to survive the heat. Like one of the things I saw, and I'll use my box highlighter, was at the hottest time of the day, Galapagos penguins hang out in the cool water. That's one way that they deal with the heat. Okay, so you might find a couple different ways as well. You are going to use that in your short response. Okay, so my short response. Explain the similarities and the differences between the Galapagos penguins and their Antarctic cousins. First, tell how the penguins are similar. Then explain why the Galapagos penguins have had to change. Finally, tell what those changes are and how they help penguins to survive. So I need to start out by saying the Galapagos and Antarctic penguins are similar by, how are they similar? I said to first name their similarities, okay? Please use these sentence starters and please write more than a couple of sentences, okay? There's other lines down here as well. Then you need to tell, it says tell how they are different. First, how are they similar? Then explain how the Galapagos have had to change. Okay, so I'm going to start my next one by saying, tell how they had to adapt. Give me an example from the text. What they have to do. Okay, that's something we were just underlining. What are some things they had to do? And then this shows that. And what does this text show? What does it prove about these penguins? Okay, if you have any questions, just message me.